She wrote her own speech, and this is a very special speech for her. She lost her grandmother a few months ago, and she wants to share that story with you of how she feels when she lost her grandmother, somebody that she loved very much. And I'm very proud of her because she has been with me since she was 7 years old, and today she's 15 years old. And she has learned to write beautifully and speak beautifully. So ladies and gentlemen, let me present to you Aatirai Prabu with the speech, When You Lost Someone. When you lost someone.
Love and grief are conjoined. We can't get one without the other. Hello everyone, I'm Aatirai Prabu, and in another 2 days, I'm going to become 15. And the topic I'm going to share today is neither motivational nor inspirational. It's about the profound sense of loss we endure when we lost someone we care about. The topic is not just a topic for me, but it's like a journey I really want to share to everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, love is unbearable and death is unavoidable. Life is too short and we often underestimate that quote. We often neglect that fact. I recently lost my beautiful grandmother and her name is Mageswari and I call her Patti. And let me share you a few things about her that made me strong and inspiring. My grandmother is a strong, striving and hard-working person. She always never ever give up. She loves studying and her dream is to study more and more and more. Due to some financial issue and she being the eldest in her family, she came to the situation where she needed to erase her future and move on. The life she lived afterwards was neither fun nor enjoyable. It was filled with pure pain, agony, and bemused. She married to a husband who disgraced her, hurt her a lot physically and mentally. And all the time, tears will roll her eyes every single time. But as usual, she still strived. She didn't give up. She worked hard, saved money, and fulfilled her dream by making her 4 children to study well and settle in their family and make them happy. My grandma witnessed her success, her happiness through our achievement. Her daughters, son, daughter-in-laws, son-in-laws, granddaughter, and grandsons, through grandsons' achievement. And our achievement are tribute for her. I often remember her quote that she'll tell in Tamil that always gave me motivation. She always tells that to get a good name, we need to strive hard. We need to work hard. But to get a bad one, it's very easy. So always be good. That quote always roam around my mind till now. Reminiscing my grandmother's beautiful, sweet memories, it only brings me to the memory I evade, her death. 2 days after my birthday, my grandmother was feeling so weak and her consciousness was going one by one. And we knew that she needed to go to the hospital, so she got admitted for almost a week. Day by day, her condition was getting weaker and weaker, and we still didn't miss the hope. We still had the hope that she will come to home and she'll be walking like a 15-year-old teenager, very active. But the day before her death, as expected, she was so active. She was so happy, her face full of smile, and a relief greeted our heart. And automatically, our smile also bloomed. However, that night, she returned back to her weaker condition and sleepy condition. And the next morning, my mother got a phone call from my auntie who stayed with my grandmother. At the moment, the only word roamed around my mind was, no way that she's going so fast. No way that my grandma is leaving me. No way, I should get a good news. And suddenly I heard my heart beating so bad. I literally can hear it and I can feel the beat through my chest. Suddenly, tears rolled and swarmed in my mother's eyes. And that's when I realized my grandmother left the world. It was so heartbreaking. It was so sad moment. It was an unexpected moment. It was like so. At the moment, I felt blank and froze, and yeah, that was like a very heartbreaking moment. We expected her to walk to home alive, but she came lying in the coffin inside our house. That was so heartbreaking, so sad. But thinking about my grandmother, I often feel guilty because 2 to 3 weeks before my grandmother's death, I barely talked to her because of her condition, because she always coughed because of her lung problem. So I had school projects, school exams, so I distanced myself with my grandmother, and now I totally regret it and hate it. So I'm just telling here that we don't know when we'll lose our valued person, and we don't know when our loved ones will leave us from the world. So always appreciate them. If we are fighting, okay, let's find a solution and get back to them. Don't ever regret yourself after we lose something. And although healing is way too closer for us, it's way too hard to touch it. So thinking about my grandmother, one quote that came into my mind: life goes on. Life has ups and downs, sad and happy moment, pros and cons. But accept it. Live it to the fullest. Live your moment. Thank you.
Live your moment, ladies and gentlemen. That's a beautiful story. Every story, however happy or sad, always have a powerful message. She learned that treasure those moments with the person that you love. Don't take it for granted, because life is very fragile, and just you only have memories to treasure. So thank you very much for sharing. It's a very intimate story, and it's not easy, but she did it. Thank you, beautifully written.
Thank you, teacher.
So
Your voice